Hey guys, Joe Madden here of Pickdawgz. This is Puckin Crazy. It is Thursday, March 10th. I want to say a big happy Thursday to you all. Great day in the NHL today. We have, I believe it's 11 games in the NHL. Loaded card today. So much value. We're going to go over all of these games. We have Tony Brown up first as a guest, and then Ninos. It's going to be a fun show, you guys. Just while everyone gets on here, you guys know the drill. We'll have a look at what happened yesterday. Now, we had two games that were high scoring yesterday. Both of those did go over that total. I'm just trying to load it here. We had the Washington Capitals. They were not able to pull off the win against the Edmonton Oilers. That was a 4-3 win for the Edmonton Oilers. Now, this one did go to overtime. Edmonton was able to score that goal in overtime, and I believe it was Connor McDavid who got that goal there. And I know it's one of those ones where as soon as they go to overtime, Edmonton really does outperform in overtime. Now, we had the over 2.5 for Washington's team total, so that nicely hit for us. It was looking scary for Washington. They were down going into that third period, 1-2. So I was happy to see them pull back and get us the over 2.5 in that one. And of course, we got the over 6.5 for the full game. Neither team was able to come out strong in that first period. Defenses really showed up in the first. It was a 0-0 score in the first. In the other game of the night, we had the Montreal Canadiens taking on the Vancouver Canucks. Now, the Canucks got a 5-3 win. It was a day yesterday where I really did think these dogs were barking. We were on the right page with the overs for both of these games. I thought Montreal could have won this outright, but the Canucks did enough, especially in that third period. We got that empty net goal as well in there. Otherwise, Montreal, they were so close to tying that up, taking that to overtime in that one. I really did expect to see it. So Vancouver came out with a 5-3 win. We got the Montreal Canadiens team total over that 2.5, and we got the over for the full game. So it was good to see you guys. Now let's jump into today's games. I'm going to rattle these off. We've got a lot of games today. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm excited to see my Calgary Flames play tonight. Let me know in the comments which games you're looking forward to. And if you watch these games, because a lot of people don't watch what they bet. I love watching hockey. So I'm always flicking through these games and watching them. But let me know. Let me know what you guys do. Now, at 7 o'clock Eastern, the fun starts off with the Chicago Blackhawks taking on the Boston Bruins. Bruins are a huge favorite here at minus 299. Not sure if that's deserved or not. Chicago comes in here strong on that puck line. 17-11 on the road on the puck line. Boston Bruins not strong on that puck line at all at home. 6-22 on the season, and only a total of 5.5 in this one. We then have a Vegas. The Vegas Golden Knights taking on the Buffalo Sabres. Total of 6 in this. Buffalo is the dog at home in this. Plus 175 if you believe in them here. Minus 210 on that money line for the Vegas Golden Knights. Now, Vegas has been strong in situations on that puck line on the road, going 14-12 on the puck line. But you look at the Buffalo Sabres, they're 16-13 on that puck line at home. A lot of the cases, they have been a dog in these situations. Straight up at home, they have not been strong, 9-16. But as a dog at home, they have done solid this season. The Arizona Coyotes take on the Toronto Maple Leafs. Toronto's another team that really isn't blowing anyone out of the water on the puck line at home, 11-17 on that puck line. And the Arizona Coyotes roll in here at plus 285. So value on taking them on the puck line tonight, total of 6.5. Seattle takes on Ottawa. That's a 7 o'clock Eastern game as well. This total opened at 6, down to 5.5 now. The Kraken, no surprise to anyone, are the dogs in this one. Plus 125 on that money line, minus 145 if you like the Ottawa Senators, who have been playing strong as of late. We look at the Minnesota Wild. They are taking on the Detroit Red Wings tonight, minus 185 there for them. Total of 6.5 in this one. Detroit needs this win. They need to get things going. Plus 165 for them at home in this one. We have the Florida Panthers taking on the Philadelphia Flyers. Now, the Flyers are on the road in this one, plus 316 here, minus 388 for the Florida Panthers, total of 6.5. Winnipeg Jets are taking on the New Jersey Devils. This total has gone up to 7. I'm waiting for the day that we see the 7.5, and it's going to be a high-scoring game. Does it hit 8 goals? You know, we don't like playing that, but this one possibly could. The Winnipeg Jets are the dog on the road in that one at plus 111. The Colorado Avalanche take on the Carolina Hurricane. This is going to be a great game. Carolina is plus 100 at home here. 21-4-2 straight up at home this season. Colorado rolls in here at minus 120. This is one of the best, if not the best, teams in the league here with the Avs, and you're giving me only minus 120. Doesn't seem right. Something seems off in this one. I expected them to be minus 160 here against the Hurricanes, who are 7-1-2 in their last 10 overall, but I don't know. I don't like it, you guys. The Columbus Blue Jackets take on the New York Islanders at 7:30. That will be a great game. Columbus is plus 155 on that money line. New York Islanders minus 175 at home. They don't deserve to be that. And a total of 6. The New York Rangers then take on the St. Louis Blues. St. Louis Blues have been absolutely struggling as of late. They need to turn things around, need a home win here. Minus 120 on them, plus 100 on the New York Rangers. Anaheim Ducks take on the Nashville Predators. Predators are minus 200, total of 5.5 in this one. At 9 o'clock Eastern, the Tampa Bay Lightning take on the Calgary Flames. This is going to be a great game. This money line has been moving everywhere. So if you're liking one or the other, shop around, because Calgary was a dog earlier. They're now minus 115 on my book, minus 104 for the Tampa Bay Lightning. It's changing everywhere. So shop it based on what you like. Total of 6 in this one. And last but not least, 10:30 Eastern game, we have the San Jose Sharks taking on the LA Kings. Now, LA's a huge favorite in this one at minus 185. Note, you guys, Sharks have played this team tight. We'll get into it. We're going to bring Tony Brown in. We'll see which game he likes, and then we'll bring Ninos in, and we'll talk the rest of them. So let's welcome Tony to the show. Hey, Tony.
Joe Madden, what's going on?
Not much. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good. How are you doing? I seen you had a nice morning with Mitch today.
Oh, man, you say one thing and you get, like, he flips the bird at me. Did you see that?
I seen it. You had it muted on your Instagram, so we're going to have to talk afterwards about what happened. But it's all good, right?
Well, yeah, I went against a team.
Oh,
and so
okay.
I took one team plus the points.
Okay.
Against one of his teams, like fan team. And I just started laughing because he just flipped the bird, and I was like,
hilarious. And without the volume, it looks like some real drama type stuff. That was a good post. That's funny. Who'd you bet against, Miami?
Yeah, Boston College plus the points, and he did not like that.
He loves Miami. This dude lives in Hawaii. He still has season tickets out to the Hurricanes.
Right? I just should have known. I wasn't even thinking when it started coming out of my mouth, and I just saw it, and I was like, okay.
Right. No, that just means he liked you.
Right? It was way too funny. I just couldn't control myself for the rest of the game. I thought it was or the rest of the show was absolutely hilarious.
It was. Good luck on your pick.
Fingers crossed. I'm never going to hear the end of it, no matter what.
Right. Especially if Miami wins, it's over.
Yeah, they're going to run them. And I didn't even take Miami to lose outright. I just said Boston College plus the 7.5. Miami plays in tight games. Right. That's all I was going with. So I'm going to hear about it, you guys. It's going to be quite funny. What game are you looking at in the NHL today?
I am looking at the Ottawa Senators game and the Kraken.
Okay, this should be an interesting game for sure. What are you liking in it?
Well, I'm liking Ottawa. Like the Kraken, I can't believe how much credit the Kraken actually get. They suck. Like they really suck. And like more established sucky teams like Detroit and like, the basement teams in the NHL, they're going off at plus 300, plus 280 and all that. And then you got this new expansion team that's really, really bad, and they're only plus 120. So that makes the line for Ottawa minus 140. Like, these are the games that should be minus 299, minus 500. An established team versus a horrible team. And not only they're a horrible team, they're in a horrible situation. They're on the road. They lost 7 straight road games. You know what I mean? And like, without overcomplicating it, it's not that I don't have stats and numbers on all this stuff, but they don't watch this show for that. They can go on ESPN for that. I just try to talk to the people like a regular guy and give them perspective off of our gal and give them perspective on why I make these bets. So now you going into the book, right? You're like, hi, I would like to bet on the team that lost 7 straight. No, on the road, I don't want to do that. Hi, I'd like to take that team that's 1-10 in their last 11 games. Imagine every time you ask your buddy, oh, how'd the Kraken do? Lost, 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 lost. Oh, they got one, lost, lost. Like, it just doesn't make sense. And the fact they're only plus 120 instead of plus 300, 400, like all the other teams, it just doesn't make sense. The books have believed in the Kraken all year, and it's been a total letdown. I'm not trying to pal on them now because they're bad. I've said on previous shows, the drive-through, they might not even have hockey in Seattle no more. Remember, I was like, they might end that franchise. This experiment might not work. The fans aren't coming. And then now that they're a losing team, they're really not going to come. They tried to compare this team to Vegas. We went to the Stanley Cup Finals in our first year. You know what I mean? Like, they're nothing like us. So just getting this small line, which I think is a small line, small price to pay for, just fading one of the worst teams in hockey is too good to pass up. So we won't.
Yeah, absolutely. And what we've seen out of the Senators as of late, they've been stepping up offensively. So I think they have a good, solid game here against a Kraken team that's just deplorable, especially defensively.
Yeah, the Senators aren't bad, but when I make, and this is just me, everybody has their own style of capping. That's why we have 20 cappers on there. But the way that I pick and stuff like this, I never take both teams. I'm either betting with one team or betting against the other. So it wouldn't even matter to me how Ottawa was playing right now. I'm just betting against Seattle. They went on the road 7 times and came back with 7 L's. So you don't just go to the window like, no, today's the day. And they've won 1 time in the last 11 skates. If you watched 11 games, you only seen them win once. So you don't go and be like, today's the day. They're on the road where they never won and they only won once. Today's the day. Like, that's just amateur hour. So we're just going to just keep, you know what I mean? I'm going to expect this trend to continue and make them go over 8 on the road and paying 140 to get a team against the worst team in hockey. Like I said, we've seen Colorado all the way at minus 600 against the Ducks this year. And Montreal go plus 400. And these are established teams that got a shot. The Kraken don't know how to deal with a 7-game losing streak. This is their first one. You know what I mean? Like, plus 120, that's kind of a joke to me. So I think I'm going to load up tonight. This is a free play for you guys, but I think I'm going to bet it personally heavy.
Okay, nice. I like it. I was trying to look at different angles for this one. I just had a feeling that you were going to be looking for that worst team in these matchups today. So I checked out a couple of things. We got a total of 5.5 in this one. I don't absolutely love the over 5.5. I think we do get there. I was looking at the Senators team total. Their team total is 2.5, which I love, but it's way highly juiced at minus 172. So for me, it's the Senators and a lean on that over, but it's the only way I can take it.
Okay. Well, I'm not going to flip you the bird, but I'm leaning under.
You're leaning under.
Yeah.
Well, it probably does because we look at the Senators. They're probably going to limit the Kraken. And that's why I was looking at the Senators team total. But you got to pay minus 172 to get their team total over 2.5. I definitely think they get 3 goals in this one, but I'm not going to lay that juice.
Yeah, see, I just look smart on TV. I'm not that smart. Once I pick the game, I'm spent. You know what I mean? These team totals, these props, all these other stuff. It's like, I can't do it. You know what I mean? I need to go more to handicapping school. You guys, I take my hat off to you guys that do all those totals and the props and stuff. All I'm looking at is the game in this one. And it's worked out for me so far pretty good. We're still number 1 on the leaderboard. So you
are absolutely killing it over there, Tony. I look at you every day sitting on top there. You're just dominating.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So we're just going to stick to the game. And whatever Joe says on the total, let's ride with her because you've been red hot. And I'm just going to take the Ottawa Senators with the small price to pay for an easy winner, I think.
Awesome. What do you got for sale for us over at Pickdawgz today?
Thursday triple play, great day. Whenever I do a triple play, that's good. Like when I do 5 and 9, that's good too. But the triple play, that means I just narrowed it down. We took all of the games in college football, got the best one. I mean, college basketball. All of the games in pro basketball, got the best one, and I got my best play on the board in hockey. You can get those individually or get all three with the Thursday triple play and bang your bookie 3 times over.
Awesome. I love it, Tony. Well, thank you so much for joining us here today. Appreciate it. Hopefully we'll see you back here tomorrow.
All right, tomorrow, Friday. Yeah, we got some good stuff cooked up. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Thanks, Tony.
Awesome.
Okay, guys, that was Tony Brown. Always a pleasure having him on. If you haven't checked out his NHL over at Pickdawgz, you absolutely have to. He is not joking. He is top of the leaderboard. Absolutely crushing it over there. I want to say a big thank you to everyone who's joining us. I'm seeing Roberto has logged on here, so appreciate it. I see you always on the morning show, and Flower Villain, I see you always over there as well. And the rest of you, appreciate you guys for sure. And I love Tony's motto there. If it ain't broken, don't fix it. Let's go with the Senators, Jordan. It is so true. The Senators team should come out, have a good game against the Seattle Kraken. The start of the year, I was calling them the Seattle Never Bet Kraken. And rightly so. This team on the road this year is 7-21-1 on the road and 17-37-4-1 straight up. It was a bad expansion. I don't know what they were building for when they built this team. I know they're building for future, but they should have built how Vegas built. Vegas built to come out hard and fast, and they've got a solid team still. So I don't know. They didn't build the Seattle Kraken like they should have, in my opinion. We will have El Ninos in. Unfortunately, he's not in the green room yet. So we're going to go up to the top of the card. We'll start working our way down on the card, and we'll make sure we go over everything for you guys here. And if El Ninos doesn't come, then he doesn't come. We'll just see what happens. We have the Chicago Blackhawks taking on the Boston Bruins. This is a 7 o'clock Eastern one. So it should be a good game for sure. Yeah, Toledo did do us dirty today. I was not impressed by that Flower Villain. Bad game there. So I knew it within the first couple of minutes when they were only up by 1 point. Now, in this one with the Boston Bruins, Chicago Blackhawks, I do see a lot of points coming in this. We look at the last 10. Chicago Blackhawks are averaging a 3.5 goals per game and allowing 3.5. And in the last 10, the Boston Bruins have stepped up offensively as well, averaging a 3.6 and allowing only that 2.2. But I do think the Blackhawks will be able to get some past their goalie tonight, the Bruins goalie Swarman in here. I just think it's a good opportunity for the Blackhawks, and I like them in this game. I'm leaning to that over 5.5. I was looking at the team totals in this one. The Blackhawks team total is a 2.5. I do like that over. I think they get 3. I think we've got a 7-point game. 3-4 game probably for the Boston Bruins in this one. We can take the Boston Bruins in the first period, and this is the bet I love the most in here. The Boston Bruins start off so much stronger than the Chicago Blackhawks do in that first period. I think they win around 50%. I might be confusing them in my head with another team. They're in the 40-50% range. I'm pretty sure it's close to that 50 of the first period where the Chicago Blackhawks start off slow. They get better as the game goes on. So the Boston Bruins in the first period is my best favorite bet in this one at plus 106. And then the over. I think we got a high scoring one. You can look at the Chicago Blackhawks team total over 2.5 as well. You're getting great plus money at plus 236. So I like that one as well. We'll look at the next game. We have the Vegas Golden Knights taking on the Buffalo Sabres. Now, Buffalo plus 175 here at home. So there is value on them on the puck line tonight. They're 16-13 on that puck line. Vegas has been really strong on the puck line on the road as well. 14-12 on that puck line. What I think I like in this one is another first period. We all know Vegas in the first period is their strongest period of all the games. I'm going to take Vegas in the first. This total of 6, I'm not sure on you guys. I'm kind of leaning towards the under. I think we're going to have a lower scoring game. The last time these two teams played out, Vegas came out so strong, scoring 5 goals. The Buffalo Sabres only got 2. It was a 5-2 win. It did go over the number. I believe that time the total was 6 as well. So we got 7 goals. I think we're going to go under in this one. I think defensively, both teams tighten up a little bit. The Buffalo Sabres have been allowing too many goals as of late, in their last 10 allowing that 3.5. But we look at the Golden Knights. In their last 10 games, they're only averaging 2.3 goals per game and only allowing 2.4. So I'm looking for the Vegas Golden Knights defense to control this one and us to hit under that number. Okay, let's look at the next one. We have the Arizona Coyotes taking on the Toronto Maple Leafs. I don't think Al Ninos is coming in today. So if you're waiting around for him, I don't think he is going to come. But we will talk of the rest of these games. So with the Arizona Coyotes and the Toronto Maple Leafs, I am leaning on the Coyotes plus 1.5. Not the strongest. I just look at the Toronto Maple Leafs, and they are 11-17 on that puck line at home. They are the better team, clearly the better team, but they haven't been blowing teams out of the water. And the Coyotes really do play the Maple Leafs strong. They are 15-6 in the last 21 meetings, also 5-1 in the last 6 meetings in Toronto. So if I have to take a side, I'm going to take the Arizona Coyotes on that puck line plus 1.5. I'm going to take Austin Matthews of the Maple Leafs to get that anytime goal. The books have caught up with this. So Austin Matthews forever. We were getting great plus money with him, but not anymore. Minus 128, they're wanting us to pay for his anytime goal. I am still willing to pay it because it seems like every time he steps on the ice, he is scoring a goal. So give me Austin Matthews for the anytime goal. Give me the Coyotes on the puck line at plus 1.5, just because the Maple Leafs never blow people out. It just seems like when they have that opportunity, there's been a couple times, but not all the time, the other team pulls the goalie. Toronto really isn't dying to get that empty netter like some other teams are. So it's a safer way to go. I am going to take, though, Toronto in the first period. And I'd be looking at Toronto in regulation if you're not paying too much juice there. The next game we have is the Seattle Kraken and the Ottawa Senators. We talked about that one with Tony Brown. If you missed it, Tony Brown is going to ride with the Ottawa Senators in that one. I think we squeak over the total of 5.5. I'd be looking at the Ottawa Senators team total over that 2.5. But again, too highly juiced in that one. The Minnesota Wild take on the Detroit Red Wings. This is 7 o'clock Eastern, total of 6.5. Now the Wild are minus 185 here in this matchup, plus 165 on the Red Wings. I don't know, you guys. I don't love the Wild tonight, and I hate to say it, but I'm going to have to ride with the Detroit Red Wings here with that beautiful plus money. We look at the last 11 meetings between these two teams. The home team is 8-3 in the last 11. I don't know. Something tells me it's not the Wild's night tonight. Not loving it. So if you're not brave enough to take the Red Wings with the plus money tonight, you can look at their team total, because their team total is 2.5. And this is a safer way to go. And I do like this bet just as much as the Red Wings on the money line. So if we take them over that 2.5, it's minus 140. So it's not out of my juice range. And we have Cam Talbot in net for the Minnesota Wild. Now, don't get me wrong. Talbot is a great goalie. He's allowing too many easy shots as of late. The Minnesota Wild overall in their last 10 are 3-7, averaging 3.4 goals per game, but allowing that 3.6. So I do believe in this Red Wings team to come in and be able to get those 3 goals over the Minnesota Wild tonight. In their last 10, they're averaging 3.4. Their defense and their goaltending is completely letting them down. They will need to step up tonight if they want to beat this Wild team. They've been allowing 4.7 goals per game in the last 10. Value-wise, I've got to roll with the Red Wings, but probably the best bet, safest bet, is to take their team total over 2.5. I think this one easily goes over the 6.5. The over is 11-3-1 in the last 15 meetings in Detroit. But you guys, it looks like we have Al Ninos back in the green room, so I'll bring him in. Hey, Al.
Hey, Joe. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
All right.
So we have basically gone over everything before. We're Well, there's a couple 7:00 games. We haven't talked the Flyers. We haven't talked the Jets. We haven't talked the Avs, Columbus, and everything on 8:00 on.
You did the Kings game?
Nope, we haven't done the Kings.
Awesome. Because that's one I really like a lot today.
Awesome. That's great to hear.
Yeah. Not every day you see the Kings favored this big, but they've been playing some great hockey, and they are at home today. And going up against one of the coldest teams in the league. So I just got to ride the hot team here. It's obviously you don't want to go laying minus 180, so you got to find another way to bet this game. You can take the Kings in regulation minus 135, or I'd rather take a -1 here. Obviously, if you want some plus money, just take a -1.5. But this is expecting to be a lower scoring game, so I would take the regulation bet over the puck line.
Gonna ride with the Kings in regulation. I think that is a safer way to go because I think the Sharks should have a bounce back game. This Sharks team has been terrible. I think they cover the puck line. You're still getting value on the puck line. I know, I'm with you. This Kings team is the way better team. Way better team. But I just got a feeling tonight the Sharks keep it tight.
Yeah, so you could see like the numbers on the puck line for the Kings, but again, usually they're getting the +1.5 rather than the -1.5. So it's a whole different story, and yeah, it could be a close game, but I do think the Kings, again, much hotter team, playing much better hockey, and they're coming off some big wins too. They haven't just beat anybody, and so yeah, I think they come out and they beat the Sharks team that hasn't looked good at all, especially since the trade deadline. Just going downhill.
Yeah, I can't get there with them on the puck line. I can get there with them in regulation 100%. I think they do win it. On the puck line, I like the Sharks. I just look at the Sharks and I can't get past the fact in the last 7 meetings, the Sharks have won 6 of these. They play the LA Kings tight, and there's always these teams in the league that for some reason just are a thorn in the other one's side. And I think this is one of those ones with the Kings returning home from this road trip. I still think that they can win it, but just in regulation.
Yeah, I mean, you could look at these numbers, but again, it's been a while since the Kings have played this well, so it's no big surprise that the Sharks have dominated the series in the past. But
yeah,
again, we're betting on today's game, not the last few meetings. So again, I really like the way LA is playing right now. I like backing my LA teams, but I don't back the Kings like I back the Dodgers or as often as I do. I don't back these Kings every day, but I do like the spot for them a lot.
Yeah, absolutely. This is one of those games that was really hard for me when I first looked at it because right away I loved the LA Kings on that puck line. But the more I dug into it, the more I just couldn't get there. The LA Kings, I think, are one of my top 3s with Calgary and Vegas. And then it becomes the LA Kings. So kind of biased towards them. But I just can't get there with them off this road trip in this one. So all the best to you in this. I think if you want to take them in regulation, I think that's the safest way.
Yeah, it looks like a good bet to me.
Absolutely. What do you got for sale for us over at Pickdawgz today?
Well, took the night off in the NHL last night, but definitely have some place today on the premium side. I got a 3-pack in the NHL, and also have a 3-pack with my best bet in each sport. Extra play in the NHL and NBA too for everyone on the long-term passes. So grab one of those or pair me up with your other favorite capper.
Absolutely love it. You enjoying March Madness right now?
Yeah, lots of great games there too. Taking it easy on the college basketball again hasn't been as sweet to me as the NHL or the NBA. So still trying to turn things around there, I guess. But yeah, definitely like this card today.
Did you see that Mitch flipped me the bird this morning on the morning show?
I did. I noticed the Instagram post. Yeah, I saw that one.
Any guess why? Any guess which team I went against this morning?
I will have to go back and do some catching. I saw a comment saying something about what was it? Oh, Long Beach State.
Yeah, it actually wasn't Long Beach. I took Boston College plus the points against Miami, and he just flipped me the bird in the middle of my sentence. I didn't say
guess you
straight up or
deserved it.
anything. So
You
you guys
must
have all been
deserve it.
warned. Boston College is playing them tight right now. They're up by 6 points.
Yeah, a lot of
Don't
close
tell
games
Mitch.
today. Yeah, so far a lot of close ones. The Dogs are definitely live as in March. Yeah, that's for damn sure.
Absolutely. Okay, Al, thank you so much for joining us. Always a pleasure to have you on. If you want to pop in tomorrow, you're always more than welcome.
I'll let you know if I can.
Okay, awesome. Have a great weekend
Yeah,
otherwise.
you too.
Thanks,
See ya.
Al.
Bye.
Okay, guys, that was Al Ninos in here. He is going to ride with the LA Kings. He likes them a lot tonight, and I was almost there with the LA Kings. I just couldn't get there. He's willing to take him on the puck line or -1 or in regulation. So I think your strongest way to go with that is in regulation. We do know the Kings have, not Al Ninos, Quick in net, and Quick is just so good. It is really hard to take the San Jose Sharks, but I got to take them on the puck line. I think just how these two teams have played each other, it's one of those teams that just annoys the heck out of the LA Kings. Let's jump back into, we'll go back up to where we left off. We talked the Minnesota Wild and the Detroit Red Wings. So next up is the Philadelphia Flyers and the Florida Panthers. Now the Panthers, huge favorite here at home, -388. They're 17-14 on that puck line at home, 25-6-0 straight up. So let's look at this one, you guys. This should be an interesting game. We know the Flyers have struggled, especially defensively, allowing 3 goals per game over the last 10. Carter Hart is in for a long night. He's their expected goalie for the Philadelphia Flyers. He's 11-18-6 on the season. And 2.88 goals against. So he's had some games. And I think this number of 2.88 goals against is really misleading because we've seen him in some games just completely fail. And I think this is going to be one of them. The Florida Panthers are just playing so hot right now. In their last 10 games, they have averaged 4.3 goals per game, only allowing 2.6. Now, they have Bobrovsky expected in goal. He's 29-6-3, 2.55 goals against average. If I'm going to bet this one, I'm going to take the Panthers in regulation, my absolute favorite bet. I'm also going to play the Panthers on the puck line because it's just so hard to step in front of them here against the Philadelphia Flyers. I think the Panthers come out nice big win with them averaging that 4.3 goals per game in their last 10. They're also in the season averaging 36.8 shots on goal. And that's the biggest thing for me against Carter Hart, who has all of these holes in his game. I think they can definitely put so many shots on him. We have a team total of 4.5. I like it too. I can see 5 goals out of this Panthers team tonight. I think we have a high scoring game. We've got a total of 6.5. As long as the Philadelphia Flyers can get 1 or 2 shots on Bobrovsky, I think we go over the 6.5. I think the Panthers easily get that 5. So I'm going to ride the over 4.5 for the team total for the Panthers. The Panthers in regulation. I do like them out on the puck line as well at -1.5. You're getting still great value there. Okay, let's look at the next game, you guys. What is up next? We have the Winnipeg Jets taking on the New Jersey Devils. Now, the Devils are the favorite at home at -133. Total of 7 in this one. I'm going to take the New Jersey Devils in the first period of this game. The New Jersey Devils are just so strong in the first period. We can take them at +154 in that first period. I absolutely love it. The first period over, I was looking at taking 2, but it's too highly juiced. Over 1.5 is a -200. I'll take Kyle Connor of the Jets to get an anytime goal. He's another one of these players who steps on the ice and seems to be able to get that goal. We have both of these teams off huge wins. The Jets are coming off the win over the Lightning on Tuesday. Devils coming off the win over the Avs on Tuesday as well. I expect both to come out with momentum, but I think the Devils get it done at home. They're 13-13, 0-3 at home this season. The Jets just haven't looked as strong on the road. They're 10-11, 5-3 on the road. So just rolling with the home team in this one. We then have another epic matchup with the Colorado Avs and the Carolina Hurricanes. You can get the Hurricanes at plus 100. The Avs at minus 20. Seems a little fishy here, you guys. I'm not going to lie. I expected the Avs to roll in here and be at least minus 160 favorites in here. I'm going to ride with the Carolina Hurricanes. I think you got to take them at plus 100. It's just a lean in this one. The underdog is 5-2 in the last 7 meetings between these two teams. And when the Avs have rolled into Carolina, they have gone 3-7 in the last 10 meetings. So I think we probably see the Carolina Hurricanes defense step up and limit the Avs in this game. Okay. We have to fly through the rest of these, you guys. We are over our time. We have the Columbus Blue Jackets taking on the New York Islanders. I'm going to look at the Columbus Blue Jackets team total over 2.5 in this one at minus 102. I think they come out strong in the last 10. They have averaged 4.1 goals per game, and the Islanders have allowed a 2.6. I think the Islanders have too many holes on their defense. I know that they've been limiting teams, but we have seen teams get past them. Sorokin is expected for the Islanders. He is a great goalie. But I can see with the strength that the offense is playing with the Blue Jackets right now that we go over that total. So give me the over in that one. Their team total, that is, of the Columbus Blue Jackets. The New York Rangers take on the St. Louis Blues. Leaning on the New York Rangers here in this one. I like Igor in net, who's expected. He's only allowing an average goals against of 1.93 in the last 10. The Rangers are 6-3-1, averaging 2.5 goals per game, allowing only 2, while the St. Louis Blues have lost their last 4 games. They need this win so bad, and they'd love to get it on home ice, but I think it's going to be a hard one against the New York Rangers. They are 5-3-2 in their last 10, averaging 3.3 goals per game, allowing a 2.4. I'm looking for the New York Rangers defense to step up and completely control this game today. And if that happens, we're going to go under that 5.5. Absolutely love the under 5.5. And then a nice lean on the Rangers at plus 100 here. The Anaheim Ducks taking on the Nashville Predators. I'm going to lean on the over 5.5 in this one. As long as the Ducks can score tonight, we go over this 5.5 total. I think the Predators will completely control this game. We have Gibson expected in net for the Ducks. Saros expected in net for the Predators. This Predators team is just way too strong. I'm going to look at the Predators team total over 3.5 in this one. We're getting plus 120 here. They're just playing so solid. So their team total over 3.5, a lean on the over for the full game of 5.5. That just all depends on the Ducks being able to get some goals tonight, which I think they can get at least 2 to help us get over that. I think we've got a 4-2 game in this one. I'm going to look at Forsberg for an anytime goal there of the Predators as well. And then we have the game that I'm most excited for, the Tampa Bay Lightning taking on the Calgary Flames. This is going to be a hard-fought battle. If you told me I had to pick a side, gun to my head, I'm going to take my Calgary Flames. Could be my bias that I'm a Calgary Flames fan, but I think they will be just going for, trying so hard for this win off that loss. I think what we also see with Calgary is how many shots on net they're averaging. And I think it's going to be hard for Vasilevsky to keep them all out of the net. So I'm going to lean on Calgary. I'm going to lean on the over here as well. Both these teams trend strong to the over, especially against each other. In the last 6 meetings, 5 have gone over. So I was looking at the team totals for both of these teams. Too highly juiced. It's interesting. We have a total of 6. The book is putting both of these teams at 2.5. And I think Calgary is like minus 150, high minus 150s. Tampa rolls in here at minus 170 something. So stay off their team totals, but they would both go over, I believe. But I think the over for the full game is the best way to take it. I'm going to take Corey Perry of the Lightning to get that anytime goal. We're getting great plus money with him at plus 360. I'm going to also take Andrew Mangiapane of the Calgary Flames to get an anytime goal. We're getting plus 225 there. And then I have a goalie prop for you guys. So Jacob Markstrom, I'm going to take him of the Calgary Flames, his goalie prop over 25.5 saves tonight. We're getting that at minus 106. So I think he definitely, Tampa comes out. They come out so strong, and I don't have their numbers in front of me, how many shots on goal they normally get, but it's high. And I expect Jacob Markstrom to get over 30 shots on goal by the Tampa Bay Lightning. And for him to save 25.5 of those, I absolutely love it. I could see 4 of those goals going in. Absolutely. I think we got a high scoring battle here. We've seen these games go from teams that are so strong defensively to their offenses just dominating in these games. So give me the over in this. Give me Jacob Markstrom over the 25.5 saves. Corey Perry of the Tampa Bay Lightning for that anytime goal at plus 360, and Andrew Mangiapane at plus 225. And gun to my head, Calgary Flames to get the win here. So you guys, that was all of the games. It was a long show today. Thank you everyone for sticking around, and let's make some money tonight. Good luck with all of your bets. We'll see you back here tomorrow.